all the way back, baby.
Yeah, and if we say book your hotel, you book your hotel. But my lord, I have soiled myself.
And now, another episode of The Way We HNC It. Hi everyone, welcome to The Way We HNC It and our live draw for Adria Bowl taking place in just a couple of weeks. I am joined tonight by the founder and organizer of Adria Bowl, Ante. Welcome, Ante. It's lovely to see you. Thank you very much for hopping on tonight.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for shouting us up to do the draw. Looking forward to it. So this is Adria Bowl number 5.
Yeah.
Yes, and the biggest so far with the most teams.
Yeah, I'd say this is the biggest, like 67 teams. I think this year we'll hit the third biggest in Europe. So I think we're really happy about it because it's getting there. it's really getting there.
Yeah, nice, and it's certainly been a favorite from those that I know that have visited. Obviously, we spoke to Finn from Ireland a couple of weeks ago, and he's very, very excited about it. And I think there's a couple of teams that I know of from nearby heading over to see you. So
Yeah.
I guess without further ado, we'll progress through the draw. So the way it's going to work is we have all the teams are in, which you'll have hopefully seen on Instagram and on Facebook. They are seeded into little buckets. Our men's elites, our women's elites, and our leisure division. So we're going to break these out into the groups with the additional rule of trying to avoid clashes between teams from the same nation. So where possible, we're going to avoid Italian teams being drawn together or Austrian teams being drawn together. So you might hear me over the course of the next, 40 minutes or so, just saying to Ante, you can't have team number 3 for whatever reason. And that's basically because the teams match up. Like, he doesn't know where the teams are behind the stickies. I do, which is why I can tell him yes or no. So in order to just get us going, we're going to start with the number 1 seeds in the men's elite division. We'll split them out into 5 groups, and we'll see where we go. So I guess what we'll do is we'll make it very obvious which group is which, and we'll say which team, which number yellow sticky would you like, and to go into group number 1.
Let's go with a 4.
Number 4. Okay, number 4. Let's see who we're going to get to. And number 4 is the 65ers from Italy. So they will be your number 1 seed in group number 1. So we were lucky enough to have them over at Flag and Year here in Scotland.
Yeah, they're a great
little
team.
while ago. They are a great team, and they certainly drew a crowd on a lot of people very interested to see how they played, and then they played very, very well. I think semi.
Yeah, I think they made it to the semifinals. Then their quarterback got injured. I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
yeah,
right?
it's a recurrence of a knee injury. I think he already had, which was unfortunate. But hopefully, hopefully we'll see them again, and hopefully they'll be good to go.
Yeah, I'm sure they will
in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, so the next yellow sticky, the next number one seed for group number 2.
Let's go with number 2.
Number two,
Two.
we are going to have the Indians,
Ooh.
the Klostenberg Indians.
Yeah.
So it will be.
They're a very good team from Austria. They have an awesome program. Yeah, they're one of the teams that from which I first heard the term. Like they only count practices where they have 100% of players from the host team arriving. So if you don't have the full team, they don't count.
Wow, that's
a nice concept, right?
That is a nice context. What that does mean though is that my team would never practice if that was the rule, right?
Right.
There's always one. Okay, group number 3. Where are we going? Number 5. Oh, this is one that I think we'll like to see. A former champion.
Yeah, my good friends, the 2-time champs.
The 2-time champs. Very nice.
Yes, Betsy. Then let's go number 1. I think everyone knows about Kransky as Betsy, so there's no need.
And number 1, a team that also everyone knows about.
Yeah,
the blue team.
The
European champions.
We don't have to say anything about them, right?
From Italy. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who that's going to be, which leaves us our final number 1 seed.
Yeah, the current champions.
The current champions in the Spatzen.
Right.
From Munich. So if we come into group number 1, the only card you can't pick for group 1 is number 4. So any other number is good for you here.
Let's go with 5.
Let's go with 5 then, and that gives us the Black Miners.
That's a strong team. Vice champions of Slovenia. They're on the rise and a really good team, well-coached team. So yeah. Let's go with number 1 for group 2.
Number 1, yeah, the total free-for-all, and the Dutch Mambas are very dear friends. They come to Flag and New Year every single year. And
they're actually a team. They'll be coming with the US guys. So Lulu, John Luis Hernandez, and Tronky, his quarterback. So the two of them will be giving some wind to the sail, right?
Dutch with an American flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then 4.
4, yeah, yes, you can have number 4. That is the Milano Mad Dogs.
Nice.
They move into group number 3, and then for number 4, yes, you have your pick.
Anyone? Okay, 2.
Anyone? Number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Number 2.
Who's getting it?
There's a theme in this group because we have the Serbian national team joining the Italian national team.
Marco, I'm so sorry.
So prayers up to anyone else entering that particular group. And of course, the U-Flag League Mexico men join the defending champion Spatzen in group number
There'll be a riot.
5.
Nice.
Okay, it's all going well so far.
All right.
You can have, in this division, you can have a choice between number 1 and number 6.
I'll take 6.
We'll take 6. Number 6 is the Patriots from Zagreb.
Nice.
They'll slot into there.
Yeah, the Croatian runner-up, they're also a good group of players. They have so they have some national team players, so I'm interested in seeing this group.
Nice. Okay, well, joining the Indians and the Mambas, you can have anyone except number 1.
Number 4.
Number 4, Trieste, off of Italy, join in a very nice group.
Yeah, my friends from Trieste. Nice. Well, that's a nice group for them.
It's a very nice little, good little stack of teams there.
Yeah. Number 2.
I think on this one you are actually locked in already.
Okay.
To number 1, because the other 2 teams will give us a clash. So the Hague Hyenas
will
slot into there, and in order to avoid a clash, you can have either or. There's no clashes for Group 3 or Group 4.
Then number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, Domzale, they slot in alongside the blue team and the Serbian flag football team in Group 4. Group 4 is elite already. I love Group 4. And AJ and the gang, the Frogs, will slot into Group number 5, and their all-star team in what I think is this their first run out as their select team. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So they get a date with the Spatzen and of course the Mexico Flag League men, which is pretty exciting.
Right. Let's see.
Okay, and there's a couple of our guys from over here as well that are part of that.
Part of that team.
Looking forward to seeing how they get on.
They have an interesting group of guys.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
It's a good team, and if they work out the sum of all the parts,
right,
that's a very good team. Okay, so over here you can have one. Oh, I've changed the order in which I did them. You can have one, 2, or 3.
I'll have 1.
We'll have 1. All right, that means it's the Renegades. They were over at Flagapalooza last year. Some of our kind of UK-based players might recognize them. Also, relatively frequent at King Bowl, I think.
Yeah. I think they are.
So yeah, class. Okay, group number 2.
Let's go with 2.
You can have.
Can I have 2?
Number 2. Group number 2 can have number 2. We'll take that. Belgrade Beasts from Serbia.
So they're a new team. Like they're the last year's champions of Serbia.
Very nice.
Orlovi. So yeah, they're actually an unknown. We'll see. I think this is their first international tournament. So they're
okay.
Yeah, but they're veterans from prior years, so they should be pretty interesting.
Nice. So this one you're locked into number 3.
Okay.
Which is the Jets from Switzerland. And then these last 2 are from the same place, so it doesn't matter where they go.
Then 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. So
4 and 4 and 5 and 5. Yeah. So Snatch Elite join the blue team, the Tigers, and the Serbian team.
Sorry, Tammy.
Whereas the Ronin, they join the Frogs, Mexico, and the Spatzen.
Nice.
In group number 5, which brings us on very, very nicely to the 5th teams in our groups. But look at that so far. There is, the chefs have been cooking up a tournament for you here. So yes, that means group number 1, you can have anyone except number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, all the way from Budapest into group number 1.
Shamans, right?
Which is exciting.
I think they were last year's runner-up in the Hungarian league.
In Hungary?
And then I think they won some arena league this year or something.
Okay.
A few months ago.
Nice.
So they might be on a roll.
Yeah. So
group 2. Let's get
trending in the right direction.
Right.
Number 5 is all good.
Okay.
So here we go. Also flying in from Hungary and also flying in from Budapest, we have the Cowbells.
The Cowbells are actually the reigning champions of this last year. So
nice.
They're a nice pick as well.
Nice, looking good. Into this one, I think you can have anyone except... it doesn't matter, actually, because, it doesn't matter where you go here.
Let's go with number 1.
Number 1 is the Renegades from Sweden.
They're a new team. Yeah. A new team that will have some added players, so they'll be interesting.
Yes. This is always interesting when the Swedish teams come flying in. A lot of good characters, a lot of good players, a lot of good players up there. So interesting to see, which ones perhaps join the club for the weekend. And then you have number 2 and number 4 to play with.
Okay.
So either one of these will create a actually, to avoid a mega clash, I'm going to say that we actually are just going to go this way, because it'll avoid 3 Italian teams in one division.
Yeah, it can be.
So the Sharks will go into there from Dubrovnik, so not far, right? That's not far to travel, I don't think.
That's pretty close.
Just and Trieste will drop Trieste Flag Academy.
Flag Academy, right?
Compared to Rifoli, will drop into there. So there, everyone, are your men's elite groups for Adria Bowl in a few weeks, and mouth-watering they are. I can't look beyond. I can't look beyond Group 4.
Group 4, right? Group 4 is a killer.
Group 4 is amazing.
Right.
I love Group 4.
I hope the rest of the guys in that group will say that.
So I mean, I can say that because I'm not in Group 4.
Yeah, right.
It's fine, right? But yeah, I'll be watching Group 4 incredibly closely.
Yeah.
So yes, let's do that. So now we will move on and we'll do basically exactly the same exercise all over again over here in the women's elite, where we just have the 2 groups. It will be 2 groups of 7. So let's widen these out a little bit. So what we'll do is the first thing I will ask you is to avoid the only clash in the first rounds is 1 and 2 need to be separate because they play in the same league domestically. But other than that, the yellow stickies can go wherever you like, really. Okay. So how would you like to split?
So we'll put 2 in 1 and 1 in 2.
2 in 1 and 1 in 2, and that means that the Saints get their own group and the Domzali Tigers get their own group to keep them apart. Domzali,
the current champs, and they also play the Austrian league, so that's why we're dividing them, because they play the same league. So there's no point in having them clash right away, right?
Yeah. The Domzali, there was a couple of years ago when King Bowl was at the kind of the original location. Greg, one of the other founders of the podcast, and we were playing, and we were done with our flag by the time the women's final started, and we got to commentate on the women's final. And Domzali won it, and they were just like, it was unbelievable. They were so good, and that was 2018, 2019. So ever since then, I've always had like the soft spot for them to like see how they're getting on online and stuff. They just seem to win a lot. That's the long and short of their team.
They have an awesome team. Their team is actually the Slovenian national team with, I think, 1 or 2 added players. And then the Slovenian team also in the ladies division, they just made it to the World Championship.
Yeah.
Given that quality, you know what you're up against, you know. Yeah,
and they had a spectacular European Championships as well.
Right. Until they came and clashed with Britain. Then.
Well, yeah, they met our girls who had a kind of, they had a point to prove that at the Euros, and
I was actually at that game, and that was insane. That was insane.
What was interesting is on the kind of earlier in the week, the looking around what you kind of in the group games, the GB head coach Jack had said to someone over there we had on the sidelines, it's just like, watch them. They will. If you're looking for a surprise team, watch them. And then like 3 days later, quarterfinal. So
you're playing with
Jack. You're pretty good at this, huh? Pretty good at this. So yeah, excited to see how they get on over the weekend with you guys. That'll be class. I'll be keeping an eye out for them. But yes, I digress. So the other 3 yellow stickies, you can put them where out of these 4, you can put them wherever you like.
All right, so let's put 2 and 6.
Number 6 is the Mexico ladies. Yes, group 2, great already.
4 in 1.
4 in 1. The Bobcats drop in from Czechia.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team. I want to see that as well. And then let's go 3 in 1 and 5 in 2.
3 in 1. That gives us the blue team females come in here. for those who've been watching along, you know who the blue team men are. You'll never guess who the blue team females are
Never would have guessed it.
in the Women's Elite League. So that gets very exciting pretty quick over there. And that does have a knock-on effect, kind of, to a point. We'll do our best to keep it to the minimum. But just to start off, I think you can pick any team from up here because it doesn't really matter at the moment.
All right. Let's put 8 in 2 and 7 in 1.
8 into 2. That is our UK team, the Harlequins. I don't know anything about them, so I'm very excited to see who pops up. Who pops up there and who's kept that quiet? So I think that'll be very exciting. And the Thunder into group number 1.
Yeah, Thunder is an Austrian team. They're pretty good. I think Danny will be happy with this.
Nice.
So
Nice. Okay, so basically,
okay.
I think if you can avoid... Actually, no, we're fine. We're okay.
All right.
We're okay.
So let's put 2 in 1 and 6 in 2.
So 2 into number 1, that's an Italian team, so that will have a knock-on effect for where the other Italian teams go, but that's okay. And then you said 6, right?
Yeah.
And that's easy. That is the ladies' Mambas. So they are all good. So we've got basically, so there's 2 Italian teams over here. So to make sure we've got 2 Italian teams over here, I think that might finish out the draw. Trying to make sure that, so that means that the Parma Panthers will drop in over here, and it means that I'm guessing you know them just as well as you know the other 2 teams from Trieste. They will drop in over here, and then to close out, Munich and the Butterflies will drop into group number 1. That should keep people that play each other often relatively apart. So there are your women's draws. The blue team, the Saints, the Bobcats, the Thunder, the Ferrara, the Butterflies, and the Spatzen. While on the other side, we will have the Tigers, the U-Flag League Mexicans, the Wolves from Ukraine, the Harlequins, the Dutch Mambas, the Panthers, and Trieste.
I'm looking at both divisions. I can't really say which one is stronger. I'd give it to number 2 because there's the current champions, the former champions in Venezia Wolves, and then you have the Mexican team. Like, is there any Mexican team that's not awesome? And then you have the UK team that I know nothing about. I'm still waiting on their roster, so I don't even know.
Oh, really?
Interesting. I have no idea who's playing on that team. The Dutch Mambas, I think they'll partly be a team of from the Haag Hyenas, and they play with men. Formerly they played in the men's league, and they kept their own. And then you have the Parma Panthers. Every year they're in Champions Bowl almost, so they have a really, really good team, well coached. And then the Ranzida Trieste, they're actually, I know a lot less about them than the Refoli Trieste. And then in Group 1, the Fenici Ferrara are a team they're mostly young players, but last year they were also did really well. The Spatzen, the ladies are really good, and then I think they finished. I'm not sure that they finished first last year in the German championship. I think they were part of another team. They went together. So yeah, this will be really, really interesting.
Yeah,
well balanced.
Well balanced indeed. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Do you find sometimes that, just while I'm stalling for time here, like with the number of Italian teams, do you think that they'll maybe have players pinched by the blue team, or do you think that it's kind of
no? They already had they knew that the national team is coming with the men and the ladies, so they already made switches, and some of the teams had to cancel their arrival due to a number of players playing for the blue team
for the national team.
Yeah, for the national team, exactly.
Nice. Okay, cool. Should be a good battle, and all roads lead to some playoff, I think, on Sunday.
Yeah. Exactly.
For sure. Okay, so in over here we're going to have four groups of 7.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just mix these up and see where we end up. There'll be a kind of mixture of colors, I guess. So yeah, I guess if we start off, I don't really think this one might be harder for me to keep an eye on, but we'll work it out, I'm sure. Yeah, I guess we'll just kick off with the yellow stickies, and we can put them wherever you would like to.
Yeah, let's go 6, 7.
6, 7, yes, for the younger audience.
Right.
Into 1 and 2.
There was never a question of.
All right, the kids will be happy as the Bobcats and the Mad Dogs go into Group 1 and Group 2.
Yeah, Bobcats won it last year, so they're actually they finished. No, they didn't win it. They won it the year before that. The Spatzen won it. So Mad Dogs. Then let's go 4 and 2 in groups 3 and 4.
4 and 2 in groups 3 and 4. So Kransky are back, and you said number 2, which is I need to go in a bit closer. Beograd, from Serbia. So that gives us our opening little lineup. So what I think we'll do now is we'll switch to blue stickies.
Okay.
So we can go blue. So over here you can have any team is fine.
5.
Number 5. There we go. The Renegades, their leisure side. Drop in next to the Bobcats. Group 2, you can have anyone you like as well.
6.
Number 6. Yep, that's all fine. The Wild Hogs, one of the few teams in your draw so far I have actually played.
Really?
In 2019, they came to Flagging New Year. It was an outdoor event, and I think after that, did they hold a tournament?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Bear Bowl, right? And there was a Scottish team that went back over
exactly
to see them. So yeah, good memories of that group coming over and playing with us, which is sick. Anyone is good.
1
here as well.
1 in group 3.
Number 1, the Vipers from Ukraine, which I believe is that the national team?
That's the under 21 national team from last year. Yeah, wow. So that'll be interesting to see. You know,
they'll have got the joke then,
right? Let's go with 4 and 4.
4 and 4, and yes, that works well with the Seawolves coming in at number 4 in the leisure division.
That's a tough group to play with.
Starting out tough. There's a couple of tough groups based on what I know of the reputations here.
Exactly.
To start with as we go through the leisure division here. So yes, okay, we'll move on to red stickies, and you can have anyone you like.
Oh, I like that one. 4.
Number 4. Yes, the Rebels from Bosnia and Herzegovina drop in to there. So there we go. We've got the Bobcats, the Renegades, and the Rebels.
Good friends of mine. They like this group, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like. I think they'll have fun with Bobcats, and they're all fun teams to play with.
Nice. I think in this one you're all good. We have no clashes here. So
7. Then I go
7. The excellently named Lumberjacks come in to number 2. I don't know anything else about them, but I love them, and I really hope they're all wearing like plaid flannel shirts.
They're a Ukrainian team, and they've been in last year as well, so they're pretty fun guys.
Nice. Looking forward to them, and that means that in number 6, because the Lumberjacks are out, so you can have anyone you like.
All right, I'll say 5.
5. That means one of the only teams, I think, with a team in every single division, the Dutch Mambas, drop in here.
Nice.
Group number 3. So then we've now got Mambas and Vipers as well as Kranjski in number 3. And in number 4, you can have anyone except number 1.
I was hoping for 1.
I'm saying not number 1. You can have anyone else.
Let's go with 2.
Number 2, that is the Lynx 1, because they have a pair.
Yeah, they have 2
So
teams.
Lynx number 1 will go in here, and we'll see if they'll do any tactics about where their first if their first team is actually their first team and their second team is actually their second team, depending on depending on how the groups fall.
So actually, I talked to their coach because they're the American school in Barcelona, and then I talked to them and I said, okay, should I name them like 1 and 2? Will they mind? He said, nah, they won't mind it. Like, they don't mind about those things. I said, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure when I was putting it down. It was like A or B, 1 or 2. Like, I remember a coach that I used to work for in a different role. He used to, if he had 2 teams, he would put like Lynx 1 and Lynx A, and then he was like, I didn't say it. You guys can decide if you want, but I didn't say it. That was his way of handling the dilemma of young kids thinking they were the first or the second team.
Nice.
So yes, into the purple stickies for group number 1, and you can have everyone. Yes, you can have everyone.
Number 3.
Number 3. Well, it gives us the Lynx 2. So they are kept separate, which is good. Obviously, we'd have done that anyway. But yes, the Lynx 2, Lynx A, Lynx 1, Lynx B, whatever they're going to be, they are prowling in along with the Bobcats in a kind of cat-heavy group, feline-heavy group 1. So yes, group 2, you can have anyone except number 2 or number 2 or 5 are out. You can have anyone.
5.
2 and 5 are out. 2 and 5 are out.
All right, I'll take 4.
Take 4. Take 4. Friends of the show and your sponsors, Noola, our UK team, traveling team under Rudy's banner. Obviously,
Rudy, right?
They will drop into number 3 alongside the Lumberjacks, the Hogs, and the Mad Dogs.
That's a pretty good group to be.
I think the guys. I think the guys will be pretty happy with that. It'll be a lot of teams that I think the guys playing for Rudy maybe won't have played before. So that's what you want from these tournaments is new opponents. So I think they'll be. I think the guys will be happy there, and we'll keep an eye on how they get on. So group 3, you need to avoid 2 and 5 again.
Again?
I need to avoid them.
I saw 1 that 5. Okay, I'll take the 6.
Take the 6. The 6 is all good as the Lycans drop in to group number 3. And there we go. Don't know much about the Lycans from Austria.
Yeah, they're actually it's the first time that they contacted me. I'm not sure if they're 3rd division or 2nd division in Austria. And but they're a newer team, and I think this is also their 1st or 2nd international tournament.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking forward to meeting them.
Yeah, big weekend for those guys.
Yeah.
The early trips away in your flag career are always class. Like the formative kind of flag career moments. They're really good. Okay, in this one, you can have everyone.
Nice. Let's see that number 5.
Let's see that number 5.
I was waiting.
It's the Storks. The Storks have been hiding behind door number 5. So what that means is there's 3 colors of each left. So some of them might be a little bit topsy-turvy. So you can, at this point, you can just call out a color and a number for the group you want, and I'll basically tell you if you can have it or not.
Yeah. So I took 5 yellow.
5 yellow. Let me just slide back across. 5 yellow. Yep, they fit into group 1 if you would like them there. Okay, 5 yellow. The Wolves, the Ukrainian Wolves, slot in, so they are all good. That's a high seed.
Let's
group
see
number 2.
Let's see a 7.
Blue 7. Blue 7 are good. From Germany, we have the Dresden Monarchs dropping in there. I don't know much about the Monarchs actually. I've seen their name around on the on the standings for the National League, but I don't know much about any of their players or how they got on last season, actually, off the top of my head. But always nice to see German teams on the prowl.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's add a blue 3 to Group 3 and a yellow 3 to Group 4.
That is all good. Blue number 3. That is the Hawks, Serbia. So they'll drop in there. And then what was the other one you said?
Yellow 3.
Yellow 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That's also fine because we have who needs a name from Poland?
Yeah, that's actually the Polish national side.
Ah,
I'm looking forward to seeing them as well.
who needs a name? Dropping in there. Okay, so we're starting to see the groups take shape now. So yeah, back to group number 1. Where would you like to go?
Let's see a 7 from the last bet.
Purple 7. Unfortunately, you can't have purple 7, but you can have 1 or 2.
I'll take the 2.
Take the 2. All right, that is the Eagles off of Ukraine, which you couldn't have had, but I'm planning ahead. So what we'll do very quickly is we'll put them there.
Okay.
And we'll put the Austrian team down there because then it's nice and simple. And that gives us the Eagles drop into there with our Ukrainian teams kept apart so that they don't meet each other too early in the tournament. So, yes, group number 3.
Red 6.
Red number 6. That is, definitely going to be okay because I think they're the only team potentially from this country. It is the Wild Horses.
Slovakia.
From Slovakia.
And
which is cool. And then, yes, over to group
purple 7.
Number 4, purple 7. That will be all good. The Sarajevo Spartans drop in to group number 4 from obviously from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Nice.
So yeah, you got 4 left to round out the groups.
Okay.
Let me just have a check. Number 1.
2 first seeds.
Number 1 can only go into group 3 or 4.
Okay, let's put them in 3.
Let's put them in 3. It is, of course, the Munich Spatzen.
Nice.
Once again, number 2, they can go anywhere you like.
Let's see. So we have in group 1, we have 2 first rounders and 1 second rounder, and then a third and 2 fourth rounders. Let's put them. Let's put in 1. Let's see how.
Put them in number 1. See how it shakes out. That is the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a good team.
They go into group number 1, which looks very, very tasty.
No, it looks really, really nice.
And then you can have group number 1. It's all sorted out, I think, because yes, there will be no clashes if the Patriots drop into 2 and the Ocelots drop into 4.
Nice.
So there we go. That is the leisure division draw for Adria Bowl coming up in just a couple of weekends' time. Not long now. How are preparations going?
Everything's going well. Like it's now the last few weeks it gets hectic, it starts getting everything, trying to pull everything together. So but yeah, it's been 5 years now, and all the other bowls that I did, so you get used to it. But it's always like interesting, especially these parts when everything starts coming together, like all the teams that are in, then who's coming, how many games will be played, and then you can already see some outlines of the tournament, how it will look, and what's the interesting parts, what will probably be the most interesting thing to watch and look out for.
Yeah, it's cool. It's always like with anything, any of the bowls that we do and stuff, any of the draws, like once the teams are slotted in, you're like, oh, it feels real now. It feels
right.
It feels alive now, and it feels like something that we're really, really ready to go.
Nice.
So no, thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us a shout. I always love a draw.
It was a pleasure.
And yeah, obviously, hope it goes well. Good luck to everyone
Thank
at
you.
home now that you can start planning. You know who you're going to face off with at Adria Bowl in a couple of weeks. Yeah, let us know what you think of the groups on social media. They'll be out by the time this video ends, so there's no surprises for you. Everyone will know. And yeah, let us know what you think is the group of death in particular. What are you most? I'm looking back at group number 4. I'll be honest.
Right?
Group number 4. Group number 4. I'm very excited about. But yeah,
For sure.
lovely to talk, mate, and
Thank you.
we'll hear about the tournament as we get
Likewise.
closer and afterwards. So yeah, thank you everyone
Thank you,
for joining us tonight, and we'll see you all again very soon.